This is John Girardi with Right to Life Radio, and as we do every first Saturday of the month, it's time for Stories from the Sidewalk with Linda Teliha, our employee here at Right to Life, who is out at our outreach center every week interacting with women and couples going into and out of Planned Parenthood. Linda, welcome back to Right to Life Radio.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, I often joke that Right to Life kind of we have our warm, fuzzy side and then our big, dumb nerd side. So the warm, fuzzy side is actually interacting with women, talking with women, sharing stories.
I thought you were going to say I was warm and fuzzy, and I was that's the very first time anyone's ever said that.
Stories from the sidewalk is always, this is our warm and,
maybe.
Yeah, the stories are, this is our warm and fuzzy
Linda?
part.
She's so warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, exactly. So we have our warm and fuzzy stuff of talking about the stories of women we're interacting with and helping them to choose life. And then we have the kind of, from me and Jonathan doing the nerdy, oftentimes the sort of, this is the news about abortion, it's public policy stuff or courts or things like that. And this hopefully will be a segment where that kind of molds together. It's about sort of our experiences, Linda's actual experience of interacting with these women, working with women, and understanding what they need. And then we'll compare that against what California wants to do for the problem of abortion. So, Linda, I think first we'll start off with a young lady that you were interacting with who made the choice for life, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about her story.
Okay. And I mean, you're right. All the stuff that you guys are doing and talking about, it does actually work. And I think that's the most important reason why I'm here is to say, not just, it works, it's going to work, blah, blah, but here's who it's worked for. And one of the people that it's worked for is a person named Aleda, and she's totally fine with me saying her name. And
okay, good.
Because she's proud and happy that she changed her mind. She came into the building, and at a certain point in the middle of the conversation, she just looked at me and says, I'm pro-life.
Okay, there you go.
So,
yeah.
I just changed now.
And where? Let me just ask the physical, how you intersected with. Was she walking into an appointment at Planned Parenthood? Was she walking out? Like, how did you physically actually first get in touch with her?
Well, she was actually standing outside of the Planned Parenthood clinic, and she was looking a little distraught. I don't know whether that's right to say little distraught, because that's
fine.
Almost
yeah.
Was she distraught or was she not?
Slightly extreme. Yeah. Okay.
So she was looking sad,
a little perturbed. There you go.
And so we have started using flowers to encourage people to come over and talk to us. I'm not sure what it is about fresh flowers that gets people happy.
That's a great conversation starter.
Yeah, they just come over. And so I offered her a flower, and she came over, and I asked her what was going on. And she said, well, I'm pregnant, and I don't know what else to do but have an abortion. And I said, would you like to talk about it? And she said yes, which is perfect for me. It's like,
that's the best response you can have.
I don't have to be like, I'll give you another flower.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Yeah. Sure.
She was like, sure. So we went over to the building, and we just had a really long, heartfelt conversation about all of the different dynamics of being pregnant and your life changing that day. And that's really what's happening is all of a sudden you get this news that your whole life is going to change. And that's scary. It doesn't even matter what it is. Pregnant, whatever.
It's scary when you're married and have a stable job.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And in fact, with every pregnancy in my family, it's been slightly a little scarier in different ways.
Well.
After baby number 4. Anyway.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. So anyway. But yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. And so sometimes, most of the time, I'm finding it isn't that the person does not want to have the baby. They just don't want to have their life changed forever. And the way that the general population portrays pregnancy is mostly negative.
Sure.
I mean, that's silly, but it is. I mean, we get excited when it's our own pregnancy and within our families most of the time. But all the media out there is saying, oh my gosh, you get pregnant, your school's over, you're never going to finish school, you're never going to get a job, you're never going to stay married, you're never going to get married,
right? And
you're going to get fat and you'll be ugly.
Yeah. Well, and you'll be morning sickness, and you'll
you won't be able to find any clothes.
Yeah.
But once I sit down with these young moms and we talk about things, it starts to unroll that they're worried about this and that. And we just sort of talk about the different possibilities. And then most of the time they kind of get going and they're like, oh yeah, I could do that. And I could do that too. And those people support me. And
right. And it's often a thing of they don't have enough sort of security factors in their life to sort of help support them, or they do, but they don't even realize it.
That's the big thing. Yeah. So with Aleda, she just needed some reassurance because there is, I don't care what anyone says, there's a maternal instinct.
Yeah.
Once you're pregnant, that's the hard part because there's something inside of you saying, this is my child.
Yeah.
I don't care how many pro-choice people out there say, oh, no, it's not that way. That's why it's so hard.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise there wouldn't be all this controversy. Well, anyway, so once we started talking, she was able to kind of look at the situation and realize that maybe she did have some support. She has a supportive man in her life and she has a supportive family and she is a go-getter. I mean, like I said, she said, I'm pro-life. Well, I can fully see her working as a pro-life advocate now.
Yeah.
It went from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
So, and then the rest of that is that she has kept in touch with me. I mean, I'll just be going along and I'll get a text that says, hey, Linda, just wanted to say hi. Everything going okay?
Yeah.
And then the other day, I just happened to be looking at Instagram and I noticed they had gotten in a car accident. And so I texted her and said, are you okay? And the next day she actually called and said, well, we're actually on the way to have an ultrasound. Just want to make sure everything's okay. And so I said, well, do you need someone to go? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I said, no, if you have someone to go with, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can bow out. And she's like, no, I really would like you to come. I'd like to have another person there. So we made our way over to a clinic that's actually run by Dr. Holmes on our board.
Right. Yeah. Dr. Amy Holmes, who's a longtime member of the Right to Life board and who's going to be the medical director, who is the medical director for our Obria clinics.
Yeah.
Which as of this episode, as of this episode, our Obria clinic will be opening on Wednesday, January 5th. So anyway, and it's already starting to field phone calls for scheduling appointments and stuff like that. So it's very exciting.
So here we are, a segue.
Yeah.
I mean, to make it impersonal.
Well, sure.
Into having our very first person who changed their mind and is going to be probably being seen at Obria.
Yeah.
And
patient number one.
And also will come out for the better and be telling everyone, this is my experience. And she knows. What I said was the truth. We will help.
Yeah. And that's the thing that, I'm going to lead this into some stuff that is happening with our state legislature. So again, with her, and you've seen this with so many of these different women that we've interacted with or helped, or even women who talked with us, but then still went ahead with it, is that they need help. They need help with, and they need help with physical needs, healthcare needs, all these different kinds of things. The state of California, the governor instituted this commission with the looming possibility that Roe v. Wade's going to get overturned, called the California Future of Abortion Council. And it's basically a group of 40 abortion advocates and abortion providers.
Isn't that sort of an oxymoron there too? Future
of abortion. Given
there's
that
no future.
Given that so many futures are being cut off. Yeah, exactly. It's sick. Yeah, not the future of prenatal health care, not the future of maternal care,
not the future
not
of
the future
our
of poverty.
Population,
no, it's future of abortion. And it's a bunch of abortion providers all recommending policies that will directly financially benefit themselves.
Yep.
So among the proposals that are going to be in front of the legislature this year include to pay for airfare and lodging and childcare for out-of-state people coming to California to pay for abortions, to provide Medi-Cal coverage for out-of-state people coming to California to have abortions.
I guess we have a lot of money here in California.
Apparently we've got a budget surplus. I don't know how that happened. And it's a thing of like, again, the women you're interacting with, so many of them, it's not that they want to have an abortion. They just don't feel like they have the support or the means
to not have one.
To not have one, exactly. I mean, this is the ridiculous thing is that, I mean, some of these policies that they're recommending include eliminating all out-of-pocket payments for abortion, all deductibles, all copays. And
are there any anyway?
I mean, there are some, presumably, and depending on what kind of insurance you have, I think private insurance
maybe
is more expensive. But it's a thing of like, okay, why don't you make, I mean, we're going to completely 100% cover the cost of every abortion in a way that we don't do for normal pregnancy.
No.
I mean, it's so, they're so solicitous to cover the cost of abortion when, again, like, abortion isn't the thing that they need. They need help with a bunch of other stuff, and they view abortion as the only available solution. So it's just so, it's so callous to me that it's like, I think it makes it really clear to me that what the state of California is looking out for is not women. It's not women that they're concerned about. They're concerned with the pocketbooks of abortion providers.
So let me, now that you're mentioning all of these things that can be provided and are provided, I just want to make it clear that they are being provided. That we actually had a little breakfast to celebrate the decision that Aleida made.
Yeah.
And several of our board members came. And I also invited someone to come who has come and participated on the sidewalk. It's a man. Aleida's, I don't know whether he's
his boyfriend.
I was going to say fiance, but that would be jumping the gun.
Yeah, boyfriend. Yeah.
Her man friend.
Yeah. Who's the dad?
Yeah, father of the baby, and is completely supportive. Needs a little bit of help with schooling and stuff. So I invited someone to come who is going to mentor him. We are going to have a baby shower for her.
Right.
I just helped orchestrate a maternity clothes drive through Fresno State. The Students for Life on campus participated and brought in a bunch of maternity clothes and baby clothes. Let's see. I mean, I pointed her in the direction of getting a free ultrasound.
Yeah.
It could just keep going. Whatever she asks for, we have.
Right. And that's sort of what we want in our little pro-life universe here in Fresno. Between Right to Life, initially interacting with these women, Obria providing prenatal care, and to connect women, because there are a lot of people locally who want to help.
Really.
Yeah. There are a lot of.
They have a community.
Yeah. Whether it's with mentors that they need, if it's food that they need, get them food. If it's lodging they need, help get them lodging. Like, there's so many people locally, so many great charities that we're friendly with, between Catholic Charities, Evangel Home, all these different wonderful organizations. And again, it's to, the problem that these women are facing, again, is not. I mean, the left is always making these sort of esoteric arguments of, oh, it's an imposition on bodily autonomy. No, that's not what these women are complaining about. They're not complaining about the mechanics of it difficult being pregnant, although it certainly it is difficult being pregnant. But what they're complaining about is how their life will be changed.
Well, that's
forever.
sort of ironic, because whenever I talk to someone who's on the fence and they say, oh, if I go ahead and have this baby, I'm not giving it up for adoption. So it's just a matter of getting through, and then they want their baby. They just don't want the in-between hard part.
Right, exactly. So anyway, Linda, thank you so much. It's always good having you for Stories on the Sidewalk. All right, when we return, we'll be joined by Jonathan Keller. We'll be talking about more of these issues next on Right to Life Radio, a production, as always, Right to Life of Central California, rtlcc.org.